Your 20s or make or break. The job you pick right now can either build your wealth, skills, and discipline, or it can trap you in the same cycle of paychecks and debt for the next 40 years. So today, we're making a tier list of jobs in your 20s, from absolute trash that'll waste your time to S tier careers that can absolutely change your life. And I'm not just guessing. I've worked garage jobs. I tried trade school at 18, failed during COVID. I studied accounting at 23 on a full ride scholarship, playing video games, juggling classes, practice, and a part-time job, and I still dropped out. Now, 25, HVAC apprentice in Edmonton, and I've built a portfolio with just under 300K. I've lived through all of this, so let's get into it. Before we dive in, quick reminder, the gameplay you see in the background, that's me and my dad gaming together. He told me straight up, make sure you tell them to like the video. So do me a favor, don't let them down. Hit that like button, it helps grow the channel, and it tells YouTube that this content is worth pushing out. But let's start in the list here. Let's get it going. Let's start with the middle. B tier jobs, things like Uber, DoorDash, Amazon warehouse workers, or temp delivery gigs. That's the first one. Let's go right here. Number cozy little B, bro. You know what I'm saying? You're probably making good money and all that, but there's other stuff out there. Look, these jobs won't make you rich. They won't teach you much either, but here's why I rank them above trash jobs. You absolutely have the power to control your hours. When I was younger, I worked retail, where I couldn't even take a lunch break without a manager's permission. At least with gig apps, you can hustle extra hours, stack some cash, use that money for investing or building your side hustle. But don't kid yourself. If you're 28, right, and you're still driving like Uber, no plan, that's not freedom, bro. That's survival. Straight B tier, decent stepping stone, just not a long-term play. IMO. Now, let's jump straight to the top. S tier. What do we got in S tier? The first S tier here, we got trades. Obviously, super biased. Fucking HVAC guy, right? But electricians, plumbers, welders, HVAC, that type of work, that's the stuff I'm doing right now, right? Here's the thing. Trades pay well. They'll always be in demand, and they build discipline like nothing else. You show up early, you learn skills that can't be outsourced to AI. And if you stay consistent, you can open your own business down the road. I'm talking big money here, right? I started trade school at 18. Evidently, it failed. COVID, all that, whatever. Didn't have connections, all good. Ended up bouncing around jobs, miserable people. But now, 25, right? Being back in a trade, HVAC in this case, I see clearly. Trades, absolute cheat code, especially if you're disciplined. If you're 18, coming out of high school, there's a lot of pressure, right? To go to college, all that. But you can always take some time, just work, right? And you get to make some money, bro. Everybody loves money. So, no S tier with that one. Now, let's, I'm probably gonna flame some jobs here. You got fast food. I get it. Everyone starts somewhere. I respect the grind, but let's be honest. If you're working at McDonald's, Wednesdays, or any of those kind of places past 18, 19, 20, or if it's like a high school or university job, you're probably getting robbed of your time. Think about it, right? No transferable skills, horrible managers, minimum wage, and you might pick up some discipline if you treat it right. But for most people, these jobs are just like quicksand. They suck you in and keep you there. And the worst part, people will clown you thinking it's fine to say, oh, at least I got a job. Nah, bro, D tier, not that great, borderline trash, but don't stay stuck in here. That's what I'm getting at. But just know, I try to stay humble with a lot of these videos, but just a rough one. Next up, let's jump to the A tiers. Oh my God, my favorite kind of group of people, I'd say tech. I'm talking coding, IT, cybersecurity, anything where you're using your brain to solve these problems. These jobs can pay 6 figures by your late 20s if you're good. It's probably way more, let's be real. Multi 6 figures. The reason I don't put them at S tier, they're still jobs, right? Think about it. You're still working for someone else, sitting behind a desk, answering to a manager. But in terms of skill, pay, and opportunity, right? Tech, A tier, solid. If you hate trades or physical work, this is your lane. Just remember, don't get too comfortable. Even high-paying jobs can trap you if you don't be smart with your money. Now, let's move into the S tiers. I've had a lot of S tier jobs, I won't lie. These are seasonal retail, internships, that kind of stuff. I put it in the C tier. These jobs are where you just earn enough money just to survive, but nothing more. Seasonal retail over Christmas, make some cash, sure. But once June or January hits, you're back to being broke. And unpaid internships, that's even worse. In co-op, we call it a co-op in Canada. But they sell you on experience. What a joke. But what you're really doing is making coffee runs for free for your boss. Come on. Unless that intern directly leads to a guaranteed job, you're absolutely wasting your money. C tier. Might get you in the front door, but definitely do not stay there. And You're probably wondering, is this Oprah? Yes, it's Oprah. You know what she is? She's an entrepreneur that goes straight into the S tier. Starting a business in your 20s, super risky, but it's the only true way to escape the 9 to 5 job. You hear the thing about Oprah? What the hell does she even do, bro? I just know she has bare money, like hella money. Like, can you tell me down below in the comments if you even know what Oprah does? I don't know. She used to have a talk show. Well, out of the talk show, no talk show, so she's broke? No. Bare money. But starting a business, whether it's content creation, flipping, or running your own company, entrepreneurship gives you the freedom nobody else will. Here's the catch. Most people fail because they don't have discipline. They treat business like a hobby. If you're consistent, if you reinvest your money instead of blowing it, this can change your life entirely. I've seen it. I'm building my own thing right now, with this channel, with investing, with HVAC as my backbone. That's why entrepreneurship seats S tier. Not easy, right? Absolutely not easy. Not guaranteed, but an absolute game changer. I'll probably ask my dad later. Can you tell me what Oprah does? Who the hell knows? All right, let's slide back into the middle, B tier. And this one, office jobs, buddy sitting at his desk and all that. This one's cool. I can respect it hella, right? On one hand, they give you stability, benefits, predictable hours. On the other, you're stuck under fluorescent lights, doing the same thing every single day, climbing a ladder that it could pay well, right? But probably doesn't, barely pays well. I worked in retail. I sat behind desks. It feels safe, right? But it kind of kills your soul if you stay there too long. That's why it's not A tier. It's just average. B tier. It pays the bills, sure, but don't make it your whole identity if you have a choice, for sure. Let's look at another lane here. I like this one hella. All my baddies out here, all these nurses. A tier. Put that baby in A tier. Nursing and healthcare. These jobs, absolutely brutal, stressful, but they absolutely matter hella. They're respected, they're always in demand, and they pay pretty damn decent once you start leveling up. The reason it's not S tier, I can see it, burnout. Nurses get chewed up by the system. But as far as 20s go, healthcare, absolutely strong path. Love me a good nurse, you know what I'm saying? And the last one, all right, S tier. I put this one as S tier. Maybe it could be A tier, but S tier for me. And this one is high skill sales. If you can sell, I promise you'll never go broke. Real estate, high ticket products, business to business sales. These jobs can make you 6 figures easy. And they teach confidence, communication, right? And discipline. That's super valuable to me. I have to say, I hope people agree. You probably don't agree. It's like you're a donut, you're a coconut brain. You know what I'm saying? I call them TikTok babies, bro. TikTok babies, all the TikTok scrolling, get bored. Most people scared of sales, right? Because it's commission based. But if you master it, you unlock money and skills for life. S tier, without a question. So that concludes it. A full tier list for your jobs in your 20s. Some of you are going to agree. Some of you are going to be pissed. And then that's the whole point, right? Drop in the comments what you think deserves S tier. I read every single comment. Reply to all of them. You know what I'm saying? Don't forget, like the video. Like my dad said, while we were gaming the other night. Make sure you do it for the old man, okay? I appreciate your time. Thank you so much for watching. Stay disciplined because great things, amazing things are coming. And yeah, bye.